Let's savor these moments, made possible by the COVID-19 vaccine. Keep the dining out going by keeping yourself protected and your COVID-19 vaccines up to date. Can I ask you a question? Why do you want to get the COVID-19 vaccine?
I don't like getting sick. The virus will die. It will be easy to not catch it. Keep my family safe and keep playing soccer. Because I love being vaccinated.
What's your hope for everyone?
I hope everybody gets the vaccine to keep safe and strong. Be happy, having fun everywhere. Everyone stay safe and hope you get the vaccine.
Get ready for The Splash Live, Greater West Bloomfield's dedicated update show. Events, businesses, and people. Anything and anyone causing a ripple in the community. And now, let's dive in to The Splash Live.
Good Monday morning and welcome to The Splash Live. Great to be with you as we get back to work after the long holiday weekend. Always a little tough on these Mondays after having a couple of days off. Good morning, Dave Scott in our Splash Live studios. The Splash Live is part of 90 Minutes of Live Television. It kicks off your day every Monday through Friday right here on Civic Center TV and all of our outlets. I'm in today with the Splash Live. Tyler Keithfin back from his holiday this morning at 10 o'clock with an hour of the Megacast. It's all live for you. 90 Minutes of Live TV and so easy to watch too. You can join us on Comcast Cable Channel 15, where we've been for over 20 years. Just tune in to Channel 15. If you're a Comcast subscriber, if you're on AT&T, go to Channel 99. You'll see a menu system there of all the communities. Select your community and you'll be right there. I really encourage you, if you've not watched us online, to do so. Go to civiccentertv.com, hit the watch live button, and you'll also see a little monitor in the upper right-hand corner on our homepage. Really easy to watch. There you'll have access to all of our archives and other information. And unlike some of our cable channels, it is in full high definition. So check it out, civiccentertv.com. Also, if you're into social media, go to Facebook. We are live there this morning, as we are each and every Monday through Friday with the Splash Live. Also over on YouTube live as well. Go to our Civic Center TV channel, search for the Splash Live Civic Center TV, any of that stuff on YouTube, and we'll pop right up. Thank you for joining us on the radio too, as you're driving around the greater West Bloomfield area and on our local radio station, 89.3 FM. 89.3 Lakes FM. Glad to be on the radio each and every day, making it easier and easier for you to tune in. So weather-wise in our community, what do we have today? Look for partly sunny skies, temperatures into the 40s. That sounds cold, but really not all that bad considering. However, if you like it a little bit warmer, you're going to love tomorrow. We'll make it up to 52 degrees and then some rain and maybe even a little bit of, probably not snow, but a little bit of rain sneaks back into the forecast. It'll be nice, a little bit nicer as we head into the weekend, but temperatures about what you would expect. Actually, the week after Thanksgiving, if we're in the 40s and the low 50s, that is a pretty good deal. So weather shouldn't be getting in your way at all with any heavy precip or anything here in West Bloomfield over the next couple of days. So I don't know about you, but it was really hard to focus on anything else other than football and family and turkey over the Thanksgiving weekend. So we're going to talk football and to break it all down for us from a West Bloomfield perspective, I couldn't be more thrilled to have the head coach of the West Bloomfield Laker football team, Tyrese Grice, will join us on the program today. We'll talk about the Michigan connection to, of course, our West Bloomfield Laker team. And that was huge. I mean, what was it, like 17 million people watched the Michigan-Ohio State game over the weekend. And then they got a chance to see some great football, including our own Donovan Edwards and Makari Page. We'll have some of those highlights for you and talk all about that. Talk about where the Lions are going, and we'll take a quick look back at the West Bloomfield Lakers and take a look at what's going on there, and also talk about this. You guys put the logo on the screen if you got it. Also talk about the upcoming banquet that is coming up that we'll be broadcasting live here on Civic Center TV. It will be in December. We'll have more details on that coming up when we talk to Coach Grice. There's the art on that. So it's a 2022 football banquet going on December 11th. That is Sunday, December 7th. Let me think. That's next Sunday from 4 to 8 o'clock. Tyler and I will be out there with the cameras. We'll put it all on TV live and also record it all so you can go back and watch it on demand at any point. It was a great football season. I'm sure the Lakers would have liked to be down at Ford Field this weekend and do what Belleville did and win the state championship in Division I. Didn't happen, but it was still a great football season and certainly worthy of honoring and recognizing our West Bloomfield Lakers. So that's coming up as we talk football this morning from a very local perspective. Hey, guess what today also is? Today is Cyber Monday. So it gets all complicated, right? We have Black Friday on Friday when we're supposed to go out and hit all the shops and save all kinds of money. And then we have of course Black Friday. Then we have the local Saturday and Cyber Monday, and that is today, Cyber Monday. $2.2 billion will be spent on Cyber Monday today, which got me thinking as an employer, well, what the heck? If everyone's online, buying stuff online, are they going to have time to get any work done? Well, either way, it's a great opportunity for you to save. I went online this morning and checked out in our local area some of the local businesses that will be participating in Cyber Monday. Found just a few. Dogtopia, Guys and Gals, the Razor Company in Kego Harbor. I know Viviano's, I don't think they have a location right here in our immediate area, but they've got flower shops all over. And I assume some of the other local flower shops and greenhouses in West Bloomfield and Kego in our area are also participating. Hungry Howie's has deals going on at their local locations and a whole lot more. So get out online today. Check out the incredible Cyber Monday deals. Just try to do it during your lunch hour if you can. And so you tune into Civic Center TV. You listen to our radio station. You see our football coverage. You see the other coverage that we have, the meeting coverage and all the different programs that we work on. And you're thinking, hey, maybe I could be helpful and be a part of the Civic Center TV team. Well, we have some openings right now. So a lot of people start their career here and then launch off to other great careers in television. So if you are looking for a job, we have a couple of opportunities here on Civic Center TV, and then with our Michigan Digital, which is our operational company that operates Civic Center TV. So as you can see, we have an opening for a television anchor and a reporter. And the reason I'm here is that position is open. I would love it if you were sitting here in the anchor chair on the Splash Live. So that job is open. We also have room for another producer and engineer. Guys in the studio, in the booth, don't worry, your job's secure, but we need a little more help with all of our operations. And then we really need help on the social media and streaming side with another reporter to get out in the field. So if any of that sounds interesting, you can go to jobs at michigandigital.com, jobs at michigandigital.com. You can also just send me an email, Dave at civiccentertv.com. Find a way to get a hold of us. If you know a recent college graduate, if you know somebody who is studying journalism and media, if you know somebody that you think would be a great fit, we certainly encourage you to let them know, get a hold of us, and we would love to see some new faces here on Civic Center TV. Maybe a friend of yours. It really is a great place to launch a broadcasting career. We've sent a lot of people that have worked here for a year or two off to other opportunities and other jobs. And that's why you see a lot of new faces here in Civic Center TV, because, we're the kind of operation where really good, young, talented, or people not even necessarily young, people that may be getting into the broadcast career at any point in their life, come in, they learn how to get really good, and then they move on, kind of like Maddie in that picture, who is doing so well after spending a year or so with us here at Civic Center TV. So if you're interested, again, jobs at michigandigital.com, or just send me an email, Dave at civiccentertv.com. So just want to check in real quick before we go to break and remind you that Dan Treban is working really hard over at Orchard Lake St. Mary's, Orchard Lake Schools. If you need a Christmas tree, the sale is up and on. I'm going to try to get out there on the next couple of days. See, maybe if we can even do the show, maybe we'll wait for one of the warmer days this week and do the Splash Live and find out again all about holiday Christmas trees. Great opportunity for you to get a tree from Sheboygan, Michigan, and have it in your home. And Dan cuts these trees himself, brings them down from Sheboygan, sets them up at Commerce and Orchard Lake Road. If you've been driving by, you probably have seen the Christmas trees there over at Orchard Lake St. Mary. Good fundraiser for them. Good opportunity for you to get a tree. Seems like a win-win all the way around. Dan is a good guy and works really hard on these trees, growing them, cutting them, bringing them right here to our neighborhood. So, Dan, we salute you, and we'll get out and see you. And again, if you want more information, and I think the best thing to do is just hop in your car, go over and talk to Dan. He's a real friendly guy, and he'll give you a helping hand on a new Christmas tree for the holiday season. Well, one of the best presents we've had this holiday happened over the weekend, and that was this huge win by the University of Michigan. Actually, a very respectful performance by the Detroit Lions on Thanksgiving Day, a game that was really fun to watch against one of the key teams. Let's talk in just a couple of minutes with Tyrese Grice, the head coach of the West Bloomfield Laker football team, about the Michigan game, about our Lakers that were playing in that Michigan game, about some of the Lakers that played this year that'll be playing there next year, and a whole lot more. And we'll talk a little West Bloomfield football as well. We'll be back with the head coach of the West Bloomfield Lakers, Tyrese Grice, in a moment. Good morning. You're watching The Splash Live.
We'll be right back with The Splash Live. Hey Laker fans, do you know a friend or neighbor that volunteers in Greater West Bloomfield? We would love to help you recognize them at the 51st Annual Michigan Week Awards. Countless members of the communities of Orchard Lake, Kego Harbor, Sylvan Lake, and West Bloomfield give their time and talent daily without regard for recognition. You can help recognize these individuals and organizations at our awards breakfast next year on May 12, 2023. Nominate your neighbor or organization starting January 28, 2023. Go to MichiganWeek.org for details.
Now that the vaccine is available for children 5 and up, why do you recommend it?
Kids are part of the community and they can spread COVID.
We're seeing both healthy children getting sick from the virus as well as children with underlying health conditions.
They can easily bring the virus home to other people that are vulnerable and make them sick as well.
This vaccine can change that and keep children safe.
It's essential that your children get vaccinated to protect them, to protect your families, and to protect those in the community around you.
My Michigan TV is streaming everywhere on Apple TV, Roku, Fire TV, and more smart TV apps. My Michigan TV is on your phone too. Take us with you wherever you go. Just search for My Michigan TV on your favorite app store or visit mymitv.com. All Michigan, streaming everywhere. My Michigan TV. And now, back to The Splash, live.
Well, good morning and welcome back to The Splash Live. Dave Scott here on Civic Center TV. Tyler Heath coming up at 10 o'clock this morning with the Megacast. When we talk to our next guest, we're usually talking about, in fact, we're always talking about high school football. Tyrese Grice, the head coach of the West Bloomfield Lakers, joins us now. Coach Grice, good morning. Happy Monday.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you very much for joining us. In my house, during that Michigan game over the weekend, there was yelling and screaming and, potato chips flying. I can't remember a time when we've had so much fun watching a Michigan football game. How about you?
Oh, I had a great time. My brothers was over. I have 9 brothers and 5 of them were there. And we all Michigan fans. My son graduated this past April. As an engineer at University of Michigan. So it's a little extra at home or personal. And we were very excited to see that game and see some of our former Laker boys out there doing a great job.
Well, congratulations on your son's graduation. Anytime anyone graduates from any school, it is a miracle. But to have that degree from the University of Michigan, that is great. Congratulations.
Yeah.
So many connections between West Bloomfield and U of M, and for people that maybe are not as close to it, we'll get into that right now. But before we do, a ton of people watched that football game. I saw the numbers. It was the most watched Michigan-Ohio State game ever, and the number one most watched collegiate football game this year. 17 million people watched the game, and I'm just thinking about that. That kind of hit me, and then I started thinking about Donovan Edwards, who we watched mature and play at West Bloomfield. And,
Yes.
and then I just think about Donovan running down the field. We got a clip of it here. I think about Donovan running down the field at that Michigan game yesterday. Here we go. Here's Donovan Edwards breaking free. Looks like he got through the A or B gap over there, broke free. And then even though he's got that big bandage on his hand, runs all the way down the sideline, didn't step out, got a huge touchdown. And then right after that one, he got another one that was even longer. It was 85 yards. There's Donovan jumping up and down, all the Ohio State fans. Here's the longer one. That was right through the A gap there. And Donovan, like we saw him so many times in West Bloomfield, he breaks free and no one's going to catch him. Coach Grice, when you saw that, tell me your reaction watching the game.
It reminded me of the 2020 state championship against Davidson, where he ran for 242 yards and less than 15 carries. And those two plays was reminiscent of that game where he popped one for about an 80-yarder, 2 touchdowns, and in fact, both touchdowns was over 70 yards. So once he get in the open, and he's very fast, he's very explosive, and he just takes off. And what people don't see is every time he scored a touchdown, he basically tapped his chest twice and raised up. And what he's saying to everyone, what he's saying privately to himself, is he's praying to his mom. His mom passed away a few years ago when he was before he was 4 years old, and he always dedicate the game to his mom.
Well, that is great information because I saw him do that tap off his chest and then that salute. And I kind of thought he was kind of waving to the Ohio State fans, but now I know the real story as to what was going on.
Yeah, he's praying to his mom, and he's always looking, look what I've done, Mom. He's always looking up.
Well, I'm sure she's got to be so proud of her son.
Yeah.
Not only, the play in the field, but the way he has handled himself. I think he's done very well handling himself. I think we got video of the state championship game, and let's roll some of that. Here's what you were talking about. Here's Donovan.
Yeah, that's it.
You could talk about the clip. You can probably see it.
Yeah, there you go. He taps up. You put both hands up. And, we tell him carry that ball right. I guess when he got to Michigan, you got to straighten it out. But he's a kid that once he hit that hose, there's no stopping him. And there he is running right down the middle. And I think did he score 3 touchdowns? Yeah, 3 touchdowns in this game.
Yeah, I remember that last run. It was such a dominating performance by Donovan Edwards.
Yeah.
And he took Michigan to the state championship. And you're right. I didn't think about those runs during the game when I was watching him, but they do. It's very reminiscent. Once he gets into the open field, you got to be very special to be able to catch Donovan. People generally don't. Were you as concerned as I was watching the game about his hand? Because his hand was all bandaged up, and I was really concerned about him being able to maintain the ball. Ohio State certainly knew that he had that bandaged hand. They had to be going after the ball.
Yeah, I was very surprised that he had that many carries despite his hand. When I was always worried when he ran in the middle. I was concerned that they had snatched that ball out. And one play, I thought that Donovan probably didn't break his hand. The toss pass by the running back, number 25.
Right.
That's something I think that Donovan did not break his hand. He would have probably done that play for them, and who knows, would have got the ball there on time, even though the ball was short. But what people don't know, all through youth league, Donovan was a quarterback, and he didn't really play running back, but he played running back for us and did a lot of things. He also played quarterback for us in certain situations as well.
Well, we could spend an hour talking about this. What about Makari Page, another great West Bloomfield Laker who it's so funny because you watch the game and they have the same number on offense and defense. And Makari Page is wearing number 7. Donovan is wearing number 7. And Makari had another West Bloomfield grad, had a couple of great plays on defense in that game.
Well, Kari's always overlooked. He's a quiet warrior. As you can see throughout the game, even after the game with other players celebrating, you see Kari just really laid back. And that's just his personality. But he doesn't look for all the fame and glory. He's one of the guys that does his job, do a great job with it, great personality. But Kari's one of the guys that people don't know about because Donovan wearing number 7. They both wear number 7. But Makari Page is a great guy, great kid that he had opportunity to start this year. And we at West Bloomfield are very, very proud of both of them. And we look for them to continue that success and as we continue to build those relationships with the University of Michigan as we have other players going there next year as well.
Well, and let's just talk about that right now. Samaj
Mhm.
Morgan and others are heading off to great college careers at U of M and other
Yeah.
universities. You graduated a lot of really amazing players that we're going to continue to see that lineage of West Bloomfield players go to the top programs.
Well, it's all about, sometimes it's reputation, sometimes it's relationships that we established over the years. Just watching the bowl games last year, we had West Bloomfield. I counted around 15 players last year playing in the bowl games, and this year we expect to see more all over the country. We got players from all over, so we're pretty proud of our program, what we accomplished over the years. But again, I give credit to our coaching staff and credit to former coach Coach Bellamy, who set the standard here at West Bloomfield and continue that relationship. And we just took the mantle and continue to run with it. And that's what it's all about, just creating processes and discipline where we consistent in how we work with coaches. And when coaches come to the state of Michigan, one of the first places they come to is West Bloomfield to come see our talent. And we always going to have talent here at West Bloomfield because we do a great job in terms of developing and coaching over here as well.
So let's talk a little bit about the high school campaign this year. I know it had to be a little bit of a heartbreaker, bowing out in the first round of the playoffs, but you did again against an excellent team. And I don't know, I just saw the team during the regular season mature, get better, play so well, and against adversity so often with injuries. I couldn't be more proud, and I hope you feel the same way about the accomplishments during the 2022 campaign for your Laker football team. They were just amazing.
Well, when you look at our program as a total, we're not defined by one game. And unfortunately, we didn't get the results that we wanted. What people don't realize, we were really banged up, and I'm not making any excuses. It's just facts. And I think we wasn't 100%. Our quarterback I'm going to tell you the situation that week. Of course, our middle linebacker, Kari Jackson, was out for the season. He got hurt like 7th game. Our DN had the flu, and he didn't practice all week. That's Brandon Davis Swain. So
right.
He used a two-way player. He was only to go one way, and he was really weak throughout the game. And then my D tackle, he had COVID that week, and the first day he was able to come back was Friday. My starting safety, was on crutches on Wednesday.
Wow.
And my starting corner, who's committed to Western Michigan, had broke his foot, and he returned that week. And that's the one who slipped and slipped in the game and had number one catch that touchdown. But again, we wasn't 100%, and people don't realize our wide receiver, Samaj Morgan, hurt his hand in the second quarter, and he couldn't play quarterback the rest of the game, nor could he catch the ball. So we was in a situation where we just, did the best we can what we had and kept moving. And we thought we was going to play in another region, but unfortunately they put in the same region with Cass and so forth. And so that was a challenge. And again, it's just part of football. You just got to, have you guys ready no matter who you play. I think Cass, give them all the credit in the world. They did a great job in playing, being prepared for us. And we just got to, take it like we take it every year. And you're gonna win some, you're gonna lose some, and if you're not going to state championship, you're gonna win. You're gonna lose that final game. So we just got to get ready, and we got a lot of guys coming back next year, and we looking forward to a successful season next year.
It's tough because only one team wins the state championship. But every year, certainly the last several years, you have been in the hunt. West Bloomfield has been in the hunt. And kudos to you, Coach Grice, for transitioning the program after Ron Bellamy left and went to the University of Michigan. And you came in from defensive coordinator to the head coach. And I think the program's continued to grow and get better. And, that's a credit to you, and you've got a great coaching staff. So we're really looking forward to next year, and also looking forward to your big banquet coming up. That's going to be next Sunday at 4:00, and we're going to have it live here on Civic Center TV if we can get all the wires together and buttons and wires and have cameras hooked up and everything. So we're really excited about that.
Yeah. Yeah. We, you know what, you always want to end the season on a positive note. And the bank was always the end of the season where you have an opportunity to leave in a positive note. And it's all about our seniors and our seniors. Their last game was a few weeks ago. But it's the last time we're going to come together as a team is at the banquet. And it's all about our seniors. And I'm proud of these guys. And some of these guys are going to move on to bigger and better things. And we had a good group of seniors this year. And we're looking forward to the next group of seniors next year, who's their opportunity now. So, in fact, I just talked to a few of our 2024 seniors who's pretty good. I told them, honey, hey, this is your team now. So, but we're going to honor our seniors, welcome, when they lead the program, we want them to lead the program in a positive note.
It's funny. It's kind of ironic. I'm having lunch today with my high school broadcast teacher, Dave Alberry, who's very involved in this whole operation still. And one of the guys that I went to high school with. And it just got me thinking about you and the football players and this program. You got guys like Donovan Edwards who are playing in front of 17 million people. I mean, this guy has become a superstar. Yeah. And you got Ron Bellamy, obviously, on the coaching staff at the University of Michigan. And with what they've done, that's going to be one of the most celebrated coaching staffs in the nation this year. And then you got all the recruiting rules. Does any of that stuff get in the way of you guys staying connected to people that have gone through the program, or are those connections still strong?
Yes, it's going to be stronger, continue to strong, because we put in processes in place. Every year we do a Laker Day, and we bring back a lot of our former players that's out. Most of these guys are playing college football, so they come back and celebrate with us and talk about their success, and that motivate a lot of our players to, hey, I want to be like you. I want to go to college. I want to play college football. And they come back and talk to our players about what it takes to get there, what it takes to be on the team, both on the field and off the field. So that's something that we're going to continue doing as years go by, is our Laker Day, where we bring back our former players. And last year we had it was amazing. We had over 30 former players came back and celebrated with us, and the majority of those guys are playing college football, and we're excited about doing that again next year.
Well, let me know when that's coming up. If I can just hide in the corner and just watch it all, I'd love to be there. Coach
I love you guys to come. I love you guys to come.
So finally, I just got to let you know that more Tyler than me, have the opportunity to interview and spend a lot of time talking to the guys in the team. And not only are they amazing football players, that they're just great young men. And we see that in the conversations that we have with them on television. And I encourage people watching to go back and look at some of the archives of This Week in Laker Football. And these young men, I don't know how you guys do it, but I don't know. I was kind of confused when I was in high school. These young men are bright, communicate really well, and every interview we do, well, 99% of them, they impress me so much. And I just want to let you know that, it's just a remarkable group of folks you guys have put together, and we're looking forward to the banquet in next year and this program for many years to come.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. We do it. We try to do a good job with because we exposed to the media a lot with our players. I get a lot of calls to come and interview some of our players. One of the things we try to do is have a team. We had a team meeting last year. How do you handle the media? What do you need to say? What you don't say? How do you articulate yourself? It's something that our parent club and our coaches really work with our players every year to say, hey, last year was the first time we did it. So I hopefully getting your feedback, I assume that we did a good job in terms of preparing them for the media, because that's important what you say.
Did a great job. Hey, we had no time to talk about the Lions, but that was also another good part of this weekend. It's a great time for football. Got lots of exciting football ahead. And thank you for joining us this morning. Congratulations on a great season for the Lakers and following the success of our graduates and alum from West Bloomfield.
I appreciate you. Thanks a lot.
He's the head coach of the West Bloomfield Lakers, Tyrese Grice, joining us on the program this morning. I could have spent an hour talking to Coach. Hey, have a great day. Thank you very much. We'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning at 9:30. Tyler Keefe is coming up next right here on Civic Center TV.